Once upon a time in a small village in Nigeria, there were two couples who lived very different lives. The first couple was Chinedu and Ada. Chinedu was a hardworking man, but he was so poor. He sold fruits in the market to make a living. His wife Ada was very beautiful, but she had bad manners and wasn't good at helping Chinedu with the business. The second couple was Jide and Kemi. Jide was a very rich man who owned a big store in the city. His wife Kemi was not as beautiful as Ada, but she was kind and always helped Jide with his business. She was not perfect though, as she often got tired and needed to rest a lot. One day, Chinedu and Jide met at the market. Chinedu was very sad because he was not making much money, and Ada's behavior was not helping. Jide was tired because Kemi often needed to rest and couldn't help him as much as he wanted. Jide said to Chinedu, "What if we swap wives? Maybe things will be better for both of us." Chinedu thought about it and agreed. They went home and explained the plan to their wives. Ada was happy because she wanted to live a rich life, and Kemi agreed because she wanted to help someone who needed her. But Ada continued to yell at the customers in Jide's store, and soon, people stopped coming to buy things. Jide's business started to lose money. But Ada continued to yell at the customers in Jide's store, and soon, people stopped coming to buy things. Jide's business started to lose money. Meanwhile, Kemi worked hard to help Chinedu. She was kind to the customers, and soon, more people started buying fruits from Chinedu's stall. One day Jide realized he was losing all his money because of Ada's bad manners. He looked at his once thriving store, now empty and quiet. Chinedu, on the other hand, was happier than ever. His stall was always busy, and Kemi's kindness had brought many new customers. Jide went to Chinedu and said, "I made a mistake. I thought having a beautiful wife would make me happy, but now I see that a kind heart and good manners are more important." Jide and Chinedu decided it was time to swap their wives back. They went home and told Ada and Kemi about their decision. Ada was disappointed to leave the big house, but she agreed to go back to Chinedu. Kemi was sad to leave Chinedu's kind company, but knew it was the right thing to do. But their story didn't end there. Life had more lessons to teach them. How would they handle the changes and the new challenges that came their way? The next day, Ada returned to the small hut with Chinedu, and Kemi went back to the big house with Jide. Chinedu was happy to have his beautiful wife back, but he was worried about their business. Jide welcomed Kemi back with open arms. He knew she would help him rebuild the business. However, Ada's return was not as joyful. She was unhappy to be back in the small hut and was angry that Chinedu was making less money again. Chinedu tried to talk to Ada, stressed on the importance of working together. Ada frowned, expressing her dislike for working in the market, but agreed to try. The next day at the market, she watched how Chinedu greeted the customers with a smile. She tried to copy him, slowly starting to change her ways. Customers noticed her efforts and began to come back to their store. In the city, Kemi worked hard to help Jide's store. She was kind to the customers, which led to many returning. Business was getting better every day. Jide was very happy and thankful for Kemi's hard work. One day, Kemi had an idea. "Jide, why don't we open a small school to teach people how to run a business? We can help others learn from our mistakes." Jide loved the idea. They opened a small school next to their store and began teaching people about kindness, good manners and hard work. The school became very popular. Back in the village, Ada and Chinedu were doing well. Ada had learned to be polite and kind to the customers. She and Chinedu made more money and were happier. One day a big storm hit the village. It destroyed many stalls in the market, including Chinedu's. They were devastated. How would they rebuild their business? The storm left Chinedu and Ada devastated as their stall lay in ruins. but Chinedu refused to give up. He decided to visit Jide and Kemi in the city for advice. When Chinedu arrived at Jide's store, he saw how well their business was doing. Jide and Kemi listened sympathetically as he explained about the storm and the destruction of their stall. They immediately offered their help, saying, "Chinedu, you and Ada have learned a lot about running a business. You can rebuild, and we'll help you. Why don't you come to our school? We can teach you new skills, and you can start fresh." Chinedu thanked them gratefully and agreed. He returned to the village and shared Jide and Kemi's offer with Ada. Ada was hesitant at first but knew they needed all the help they could get. The next day, Chinedu and Ada went to the city and attended Jide and Kemi's business school. They learned about saving money, managing a business, and being kind to customers. They also made new friends and shared their experiences with others. After a few months, Chinedu and Ada felt ready to rebuild their stall. With the help of their new friends, they set up a new stall in the market. This time, they used all the lessons they had learned. They saved some money, treated their customers with kindness, and worked together as a team. Their stall became popular again, even more than before. People from the village and the city came to buy their fruits. They were finally able to make a good living and were happier than ever. One day Jide and Kemi visited Chinedu and Ida's new stall. They were amazed at how well they were doing. Jide said, "You see, Chinedu, hard work and kindness always pay off." Kemi added, "And it's important to appreciate what you have and work together." Chinedu and Ada nodded. They had learned a valuable lesson. It wasn't about being rich or poor, or having a beautiful wife or a perfect life. It was about working hard, being kind, and appreciating what you have. And so, Chinedu and Ada lived happily, always remembering the lessons they learned from their friends Jide and Kemi.